Welcome to DSEJ Home Classes, an attempt to connect learner with instructor, a digital initiative by Directorate of School Education, Jammu. Dear students, do you know which is the largest district in India? You may have read in your books, it is Kutch in Gujarat. And which is the second largest district in our country? Have you read or heard? The second largest district is Leh, which is in Union Territory, Ladakh. The topic we are going to discuss in this class today is Leh, written by Andrew Harvey. Before I start to describe the beauty of Leh, let me introduce you to the writer of Leh, Andrew Harvey. Andrew Harvey was born in 1952. He is a British author, religious scholar, and teacher of mystic traditions, known primarily for his popular non-fiction books on spiritual and mystical themes, beginning with his A Journey in Ladakh in 1983. It is Harvey's spiritual travelogue of his arduous journey to one of the most remote parts of the world, the highest populated region in India, cut off by snow for 6 months each year. Andrew Harvey, professor of econometrics, was born in South India where he lived until the age of 9, a period he credits with shaping his vision of the inner unity of all religions. He left India to attend private school in England and entered Oxford University in 1970 to study history on a scholarship. At the age of 21, he became the youngest person ever to be awarded the Fellow of All Souls College, England's highest academic honor. In 1977, he became disillusioned with life at Oxford and returned to India to begin his spiritual search. He has been honored with the Benjamin Franklin Award, Mind Body Spirit Award, and Christmas Humphreys Award for A Journey in Ladakh. The present extract which we are going to read today has been taken from this book, A Journey in Ladakh. Leh is the joint capital and the largest town of the Union Territory of Ladakh in India. Andrew Harvey, the author, visited Leh along with an Italian girl. The beauty of Leh fascinated him. According to the writer, the most interesting and delightful place to see in Leh is its palace. He watched the palace from every angle and in every light. The palace is very beautiful from outside. It is in fact empty and crumbling. It has large vacant rooms. Fat, tame mice come out of the dark corners to be fed. The queen and her family now live in a smaller palace which is at Stoke. It is 10 miles away. In order to go to the Stoke from Leh, one has to cross a suspension bridge on the river Indus. The bridge is covered with a number of multicolored prayer flags. It looks like a circus tent when seen from a distance. It is the belief of the people of Ladakh that these prayers on the flags keep the river calm. As the bus crosses the bridge, the prayer flags flap against it. The spirit of Ladakh has changed the bridge into a shrine. The author saw the palace of Rani of Stoke only from outside. He walked the rest of the day among the mountains. The rocks on the sides of the path are full of small blue flowers. There are different types of rocks. The rocks are beautiful. The people of Leh are cheerful. They are very impressive. The author is moved by the people he met on his way. They smile as they pass by. Along the tracks, there are stones on which mantras are written. They include Om Mani Padme Hum. There are many shrines to the spirits of the rock and air. There are shrines to the gods of this landscape that are older than the Buddhist gods. There are prayer flags on the high rocks above. The place is wild. It is not solitary as Antarctica and Sahara. The author found a deserted shepherd's hut at one place. He sat in the hut and ate his bread and cheese. The writer notices the word Om written all over the wall with the charcoal. Under each letter is a rough sketch of Buddha's face. We feel that the place is delved deep in the name of Buddha. This is the study skill portion on your textbook, Chinar 2, lesson number 4, Leh. Here are few words that are used to describe different kinds of material that provide information about different things. I have written their meanings for you. Number 1 is brochure. It is a type of small magazine that contains pictures and information on a product or a company. Second, catalog. A list of all the goods that you can buy from a shop, or it is a list of all the books that exists in a place. Third is leaflet. It is a printed sheet of paper or a few printed pages that are given free of charge to advertise or give information about something. Fourth is flyer. A small piece of paper with information on it about a product or event. And fifth is pamphlet. A thin book with only a few pages which gives information or opinion about something. After reading this lesson, I think it appropriate to share some pics of Leh with you, and I am sure that the beauty of Leh will cast an indelible impact on your mind as well as heart. The author has given detailed description of the palace of Leh. Seeing palace is the solidest joy of Leh. Mountains surrounded by rocks, streams and other natural beauty. This is the suspension bridge between Leh and Stock, covered with colorful prayer flags, and it looks very attractive. The objects and signs that express the religious spirit of the people of Leh are big mantra stones with the words Om Mani Padme Hum carved on these rocks. Dear students, hope you have enjoyed the beautiful sights of Leh. I wish you all the best for your future.